Hello, and welcome back to Loverboy821 plays Pokemon Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. This is episode 11. Joining me here today is my friend Chaos.
Hello. I've never played Pokemon before, so this will be weird.
Oh, okay. So when I was given like the heads up, like, oh, just so you know, I just did this and this, you were like, okay.
Yeah, I was completely lost. You're like, I just punched Team Rocket in the dick, and I'm like, oh, okay. I know who Team Rocket is. I've watched a few of the episodes of the show and maybe one or two movies when I was a kid, but that's it. But I've never played a game. Lover boy.
The so well, the Nuzlocke, since you've never played Pokemon, is pretty much I'm just playing the game, except if one of my Pokemon faints, I have to get rid of them. Like, they just permanently die.
That sounds pretty difficult.
Yes,
How
I've
many have
lost.
you lost so far?
How many Pokemon in this Nuzlocke? I think I've lost like four.
Oh,
I've been doing okay the last few episodes. Like, nothing crazy has happened.
so
Uh,
you're naming your tentacle?
yes, I just picked up a Tentacool. I'm only allowed to catch one Pokemon per route, but I'm allowed to get like event Pokemon. So I just went and got this event Pokemon. He's a Tentacool.
Uh, what to name him? You're always better at making names than me. I take like forever to make names.
Cool. I'm gonna
You're
call him
just like, here's a
Hentai.
name, and I'm like, wow, that was fast. Hentai was what?
Yeah, I called him Hentai.
Fitting with the tentacles.
I thought so. It was either Hentai or Squidward, and you know.
Nah, hentai is definitely better.
Yeah, especially since Tentacool is like a jellyfish and Squidward's an octopus.
Yeah. So you're looking for someone to fuck up?
Yes. I mean, kinda. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to go buy lemonade
Why?
to give it to the guards to bribe them so that I can use the road.
You bribe guards with lemonade?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well, they go, no one's allowed on the road. Oh boy, am I thirsty? And you go, here, have a lemonade. And they go, oh, you have lemonade on you.
Well, it depends. Well, I mean, like, how often do you have a drink in the car?
I mean, usually if I'm in the car.
And if you just make that, you just bring on the, you just bring along with you like an extra lemonade, and you can bribe police officers.
That
I don't know.
That's fair. I feel like the guy guarding the road isn't a police officer, though. I think he's just like a toll booth man.
It's just some asshole.
Just some
Fuck
ass.
you. You can't pass this. You give me lemonade. You're like, oh shit.
I wonder how much bravado you would need for that to work in real life. Like, you can't do this unless you give me this that I want. And it's like, okay, but like, what authority do you have? And it's like, I don't. Huh? I can have this drink? Gee, thanks.
Gee, thanks.
Glug glug. Gulp. If you want to go to Saffron City, you can go on through. I'll share this with the other guards. Thank you.
He just goes to the guards in the
This
in the
kid
break
gave me
room.
this kid gave me lemonade. He can
This kid gave me fucking lemonade. He's cool.
let's go. So, this is the sixth gym. I'm gonna have to fight her eventually, but I can't yet because this asshole's blocking the way.
Kill him.
Unfortunately, he doesn't respect
Give,
the rules of a Pokemon battle where I'm supposed to be able to get whatever I want if I win.
give him some lemonade.
I just gave my last cup of lemonade to the other guy.
Fucking.
Um.
Uh.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's something I need to talk about because I pulled a cool hacker man thing. So last time I caught a Kadabra whose name who Yeet named Middle Spoon, or Chadwick named him Middle
Okay.
Spoon rather, because Chadwick's like he's not the big spoon or the small spoon, he's the middle spoon.
Okay.
Um, But the thing is, you can only evolve Kadabra into Alakazam if you trade him. And I was like, oh, this is a ROM. I can't trade him. Or so I thought. Instead, I set up a emulator for Nintendo 64 and got a ROM for Pokemon Stadium. And then I inserted this ROM into that emulator, and then got another Pokemon Red ROM and also inserted it into the emulator, and then used the third game to trade between this ROM and another ROM.
Sounds a bit obsessive, but okay, I like it.
Yes, it was one of the things that I thought of, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it, and it worked. So Middle Spoon is now an Alakazam. I'm sure there was an easier way to like just make him an Alakazam via like hacking the game or something, but I was worried about fucking the game up if I did that.
That's actually kind of cool. You could just like emulate other
Right?
uh,
I thought it was
Game Boys.
I thought it was the coolest fucking thing when I did it. But where the fuck? Okay, wrong way. What I'm doing now is I need to go through an area to then start making my way down to. Oh wait, actually, I guess I gotta do another Team Rocket thing that's here to get Sylph Scope.
Never understood Team Rocket. I'm a security guard. Well, I thought you gave the guy lemonade. Why didn't you fuck off?
I gave the other guy lemonade.
You gotta get okay. What the hell?
So many, more lemonade, more problems.
Could you use Squirtle to squirt different liquids that are not water, like in Pokemon lore?
I don't,
Is that possible?
I don't think so, because he's not like he's. It's like he summons the water for his water attacks.
So like, okay, if he summons water, then, or more, actually, because where I was going with this is like you could just have infinite water, but then I thought, there's that fire Pokemon, Charmander or something. You could just have infinite fire and thus infinite energy. I'm weird, okay?
You're thinking about this a little bit too hard.
Maybe. It is a kid's game.
Okay, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, how dare you? It is. There's a difference between a kid's game and a game for all ages. God damn it!
I've never played it, and it's always looked like a kid's game to me. I, I don't know. Probably because I've only interacted with Pokemon when I was a kid.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean it's. I'm not gonna lie. Its primary target is kids, but the primary audience that like actually plays it are all in their 20s.
They probably played it when they were kids and just kept it
Probably.
throughout as they grew up.
But I liked the
Honest?
the demographic of like someone like put up a picture of Pokemon and is like intended audience, and then there's a bunch of kids, or Pokemon intended audience, a bunch of kids, actual audience, a bunch of like 20-year-olds. But then he goes, fucking, to Call of Duty, and it's like intended audience, a bunch of like 20-year-olds, but then it's like actual audience, a bunch of 11-year-olds.
Bunch of 11-year-olds that fucked your mom.
All right, I forget about that. Man, she was a busy lady back when we played Xbox Live.
Damn, mom.
Okay,
Tell
so
him, Dad.
I'm gonna go fight this. This is my rival. He's named after my brother. His name is Eric. Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can at least make them faint. Let's go, pal. That's exactly the sound. I thought you hadn't played this game before.
I haven't. That doesn't mean the culture hasn't eventually reached me.
All right.
Ever heard of Twitch Plays Pokemon?
Yes, I actually named my Pidgeot after that Pidgeot.
That was funny. That was funny back when that happened. People would just move the character up into a corner.
I
It's
like
hilarious.
I like the person who took that one step further, and it was Fish plays Pokemon. Like he set up like different sections of the tank to be the different buttons. So like when the fish swims to it, it hits that button. And like that fish beat like the first gym leader and had a Charmeleon, and it was like what?
Fish are like, fuck right. It's fucking right. Squirt, 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 squirt. It's just-
Hey man,
it looks like those like water jets in like in the middle of like a park that little kids run through. You ever seen those?
oh yeah, like I remember there was a park that I went to when I was younger that had one of those.
Yeah, like a fountain, but no fountain, so you could run into it.
Eric came with two fucking Alakazams. All right.
Whoa, what the hell?
He just used psychic on my muck.
Ah, that's a cool effect. That's a really cool effect. And the whole screen went wavy.
Yeah.
And you just fucked him in one hit.
I was 15 levels higher, to be fair.
Smell you later.
The thing I don't remember is if I got a sylph. I did get this sylph scope. Okay, so this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I get a little turned around sometimes when I'm playing Pokemon.
What do you mean, like
I just
bird Jesus?
oh yeah, this is the Twitch plays Pokemon Pidgeot was named Bird Jesus, so that's what I always name mine. It's named Bird Jesus. We're gonna put Jessica up front though. Jessica is a sea king, which is a fish with a spike growing out of its head.
In the show, wasn't Misty's Pokemon like some fish or some shit?
I mean, she was a water type trainer. Her main Pokemon was a Staryu, if I
Oh,
remember correctly. But I think she had a Goldeen, which is what evolves into Sea King. Pidgeotto.
Jessica. Rock slide. It's super effective.
The channelers are all supposed to have ghost Pokemon, but they're possessed by their ghost Pokemon, which is when you beat them, they go, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, because they got free.
Yeah, because you free them by defeating their ghost Pokemon who was possessing them.
That's actually a pretty cool idea. The Pokemon possesses the trainer. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Oh, there's a
Good
bunch
to
of
know.
interesting things. Uh, I know there's this one Pokemon that eats souls, so it like hangs around like fucking
Graveyards.
hospitals waiting for people to die so it could eat their souls.
That's pretty fucked up.
As fucked up as the sandcastle that reinforces its body with the bones of corpses. Like it absorbs their bones to like reinforce the fact that it's a sandcastle. So like when you hit it, it feels like punching bone.
What the fuck, Japan?
Fun for the whole family.
Kids game. I'm pretty sure the game kind of like glazes over it, like, oh no, it's an evil sandcastle.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
the remake of Pokemon Yellow, which was Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, they have a scene like about where I am that legitimately made me tear up.
It was that sad.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Pokemon game where you played as the Pokemon?
There's a couple. I think you're probably thinking of fucking Mystery Dungeon.
No idea. I have no idea if you're right or not.
In Mystery Dungeon, you play as a Pokemon.
That sounds more interesting to me than the trainer thing. I
That's
don't know.
I didn't know. I forgot I get random encounters here. I can catch a Pokemon, but I can't catch Kadabra because I've already caught a Kadabra. So I'm gonna have to wait until we run into something that isn't a Kadabra.
What's up with Pokemon games where they come out with like two games at one time, like Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue? Like which one? How do you know which one to get? What's the difference?
The difference is they have different Pokemon. Like the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, in Gen 1 there's 150 Pokemon. Both Red and Blue have 131 Pokemon. So there are Pokemon you can only get in one version or the other.
Do Pokemon overlap in them, or just?
Oh yeah, because there's 150 Pokemon total, and each game has 131 of them. They're both missing like a very small selection from each other.
So,
Yeah.
if you buy both, can you play the game with all of them?
Yeah, you can trade between the games to get all of the Pokemon on one save, and that's kind of what they want you to do. They want you to trade with other people.
So they do that so you'd have. So like if you bought blue and someone else bought red, then there's a reason for you to trade.
Right. This is like
That's,
yeah, I have a Pokemon you can't get, you have a Pokemon I can't get. Let's trade so we can get all the Pokemon.
but if you just buy both games, then
Yes, if you're like me and just buy both games every time, then you just get all of the Pokemon yourself.
are the games like at half price or are they full price?
They're full price games.
Oh, that's a pretty good business tactic.
The to be fair, the games are still like full games. Like you don't need all of the Pokemon to play the game by any means. It's
But
just to rope in the 100 completionist motherfuckers who are like, I need to have every Pokemon even though I can only use 6.
but those few Pokemon that are in the other game, you're basically buying them for the price of a full game.
That is correct.
You're like, and
No, that's what I do. I once they were selling this like Pokeball controller for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. And like if you bought the controller, it came with a Mew that you could transport to your game. I almost bought another $60 controller to get a second Mew.
$60 Mew.
Yeah. That might have been $30, but it's fucking expensive considering I'd be doing it just to buy one Pokemon since the controller was a piece of shit.
I guess I can't complain. I've spent more than $60 on a single game and just buying stuff for it. And with that, you get a controller with it as well, even though it's shit.
Yeah, the having the different Pokemon don't really matter in the context of the game. Like if you're playing the games to go through the games, like, oh, I wanted to beat the gym leaders and become the champion. Like you can do that with like one or two Pokemon. Like just use your starter and catch a psychic type and maybe a ground type, and then there you go, you've won the game. Buying anything else is just about collecting the fucking Pokemon. For me, a big part of it is I usually get the games with my brother. So, like, in the occasions when I don't buy both games, I'll buy one and he'll buy the other one, and then we'll go through them like
Oh,
at the same time.
and then switch it off.
We don't switch it off. We just trade over. We trade with each other and stuff.
Oh.
But the newer games generally have all of the Pokemon that they have. Like they don't split it up, except for one, the box legendary. So like
Oh.
Pokemon Gold's box legendary was Ho-Oh, so you only can get Ho-Oh in Pokemon Gold, and Silver had Lugia, but they had all of the Pokemon other than that.
Hmm. Did you ever do Pokemon Go? And that was a thing.
Yes. Yes, I did. It's still a thing. I still occasionally log into it, but that's more because other people in my house actually got like full invested into it. So they're like, "Hey, this thing's happening." I was like, "I'll catch a whatever if I happen to run into it."
That is a pretty interesting idea. With Pokemon Go, I gotta admit, an AR game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It just requires me to go outside. I'm a fat piece of shit who doesn't want to do that. But even I went out for the first month or two of it happening, and my legs were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Playing a video game." And my legs were like, "This is not what we agreed upon when we said that we could do video games, motherfucker." And I'm like,
It's Pokemon.
it's Pokemon though." And my arm's like, "Why do I hurt so bad?" And I'm like, "I'm getting a tattoo." And it's like, "Of what?" And I'm like, "Of Eevee. I have a Pokemon tattoo on my left arm."
Like actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll send you a
that's
picture
cool.
of the tattoo later. As it is just on my arm. I'm not going to be like, "Hey, look at this tattoo on my butt."
Are you trying to say something?
I don't know. What am I trying to say?
You got a tattoo on your butt?
I do not. I feel like what I was saying was it's not
Like
weird to be like, "Hey, I'm going to send you a
yeah.
picture of my tattoo," right? Like it's just on my arm.
I'm not saying it's weird. I have a friend of mine who he got a tattoo on the shoulder of the XCOM logo, like the shield kind of thing.
XCOM is one of the games that I always intended to do like as a video or on stream. But I just like keep not getting to it because I keep doing starting other projects.
What I've done before, not in a video or anything, but just with a friend, is you start XCOM, and then you give like one person will do the control, but like they'll you split up the characters for the people. So
That
like you'll control two of them, I control two of them, or
that
something like that.
that's always what I was wanting to do with XCOM, but I didn't really have other people like making videos with me on my channel.
I'll do it with you. I got XCOM 1 and 2. Like the newer ones.
I have XCOM 1 and 2, and I think I have XCOM 1 and 2 on both the computer and on the Xbox. Did you just fucking thunder me, you motherfucker? Oh, okay. Luckily, you're too weak for that powerful attack to mean anything. I got scared for a split second because I'm a fish and he just hit me with a lightning bolt. And he just hit me again, but luckily it only did like 20 something damage.
Yeah. If we do the XCOM thing, we gotta make like some rules up just to make it tougher. But
The
this is go ahead.
I also wanted to do the same thing as you're describing with other war games, turn-based war games I have, where it's like the guys can die, be like, "Okay, you get this guy, and this guy." The one I thought would be good to do that is War Song, which is like a medieval one. Like each general gets like however many soldiers around them, and it's if you like XCOM, you would probably like War Song. War Song's older though, and I should have caught that Ponita. I completely forgot that I could have gotten a thing here, but I've already
I
ruined it.
distracted you. My master plan.
It's alright. I just didn't get a Pokemon in Lavender Tower. That's cool. A Vaporeon or a Ponyta or whatever would have been cool as fuck, but, you know,
Whoa, what is that?
it's a ghost. I'm gonna use the Sylph Scope to see what Pokemon it's a ghost of.
It's rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros. Alright.
Oh shit, you fucked.
It dug a hole. Alright, let's switch to Bird Jesus, who will avoid the dig attack because it is a flying type. Doesn't affect Bird Jesus. Aurora
What the
Beam.
fuck was that? Did it just stick its tongue out?
No, it was a beam. I shot a beam at it.
You're telling me you have a bird with fucking laser eyes?
Yes, actually. Because the moves are randomized. It should not have Aurora Beam, but it does. Bird Jesus is kind of the coolest bird.
What the fuck is this game?
Pokemon is amazing.
I have a bird with laser eyes. I call him Bird Jesus.
I'm gonna bring out Middle Spoon. Why the fuck? Okay, I guess I'm bringing out Bird Jesus because this thing dug a hole, and Bird Jesus is immune to ground attacks. You can't defeat Bird Jesus. Drill Peck. Critical hit.
Damn.
Bird Jesus is strongest bird there is. Okay, we're gonna switch Middle Spoon up front.
Oh, is that like the order you prefer to use?
Whoever is on the top is the person who gets thrown out when you first, like, start a battle.
Ah. Slowpoke. That's
Yeah.
me whenever I play, like, 4X games. Whenever I played Civ, I always piss off my friends because it take long with my turns. Random thought is random, but you know, fuck you.
Yes, you also take a long time when making D&D characters.
That's has a purpose. I have to think about the character.
That's fair.
There's the mechanics that I can do in like real fast, but there's the actual character part that I have to think about and think through and write. And for anyone watching, I take about a day and a half to make my D&D characters.
Yeah, that's why if we ever actually get to the D&D podcast that I plan to do, I'm gonna have to give you like the storyboard and what's going on like a whole day in advance so you can get your character done.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna be like, here's the storyboard, and you'd be like, okay, I'm making my character, and then 2 days later I'll give it to Yeet and Chadwick and be like, okay, here's the storyboard, make your characters. And they'll still probably finish before you do.
Probably. Especially if I make a magic user and have to pick spells. Gotta read all the spells. I don't have them memorized.
If we did the D&D podcast, it'd probably be in 5th edition, just because that's what everyone knows, like, popularity-wise.
I know 5th edition pretty well.
Yeah.
Or at least I think I do.
Well, we're currently playing in 1st edition, which I know pretty well, but I'm sure I'd be on the internet like, we're playing D&D, my AC's 2, and everyone would be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, the AC system does seem kind of outdated compared to 5th edition. Like, why would you go down when you can just go up and then it's on the same scale as like a roll to hit? I don't know how 1st edition work. I think it has a table,
It does have a table.
and then you have to use a table whenever we want to hit something.
Yeah, because a level 17 fighter should have an easier chance to hit than a level 5 magic user, even if they both have the same +5 bonus to hit. That's why.
Okay.
The ancient tomes have spoken to me, Chaos, and ancient tomes say Thaco.
Thaco. That completely went over my head.
Oh, I'm sure if anyone's watching who's like 30 years older than us, who was a nerd, will be like, ah, yes, Thaco. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Thaco or Thaco?
Thaco. THAC0.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It stands for 2-hit armor class 0, and then it's that's a thing, so it's like 2-hit armor class 0, your score is 13, which means on a dice you need to roll 13 to hit armor class 0. And then for every number worse than armor class 0, the roll went up, and for every one below it, the roll goes down. So, like, if your Thaco is 13, then to hit an armor class of -1 is 14, and to hit an armor class of 1 is 12. And it's just, like, that's how they do the quick maths for first edition. But, I don't usually tell you guys your Thaco, because I don't trust any of you to do it. Fucking Yeet had to ask us what 7 plus 3 was earlier today. I don't want to give you guys the math. I just want you to tell me the numbers so I can tell you what happened.
Do you have the table open?
Do I have it open right now? No.
No, not right now, but like when
When we're playing? Yeah, I just opened it. It's on page 75 of the DM's guide. It's one of the many pages that I have memorized. The saving throws are on page 78. Yeah, I brought up like a year ago in my videos, like, oh yeah, I'm working on something kind of cool. I don't want to spoil what it is yet. I'm doing a D&D podcast thing, which is what I was working on then, but things got ruined, so I'm gonna have to start from scratch and make a new one. And I'm just gonna tell you guys that that's what I'm working on for anyone who's curious. There's no more mystery required. We're gonna make a D&D podcast at some point.
I heard through several people that it was my fault because I didn't make my character fast enough, or I just stopped making it.
I don't know who told you it was your fault, but I don't think it was anyone's fault. I think we all just started having shit to do, then it like got away from us.
I guess.
But this is the end of the episode.
Alright.
So, thanks for everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Get
Bye.
over.